Now, it is nearly 2 months since the story of the feral girl who walks on her hands and her feet and cannot even speak and found in India emerged. Now, with matted hair and wounds across her body, the little girl, whose behaviour mimics that of wild monkeys, became a viral internet sensation in India. Speculation running rife about how she was raised. But nicknamed Mowgli after the popular Jungle Book character, the girl's story is no fairy tale. Many believe that she was abandoned by her parents, a common story in India where over 11 million children are believed to be abandoned. Well, Felicia Poletti, Suyash Srivatashki and Mandakini Galot report for France 24.
Doesn't like to leave Taratot. She likes to be, we like to be in the home.
Behind this 5-year-old's innocent smile lurks a darker past. Sunita was just 6 months old when she was left in her grandfather's care, where she was routinely abused. 2 years ago, she was rescued by Pascal Fortra and brought to this shelter in New Delhi.
Sunita had a close call. She was in poor health when she was entrusted to us. The paediatrician did not think she would pull through. Sunita's grandfather forced her to beg on the street. She was living on starvation rations just so she cries and gains more sympathy. And undernourished, it was easy to carry her.
Sunita's is not a rare case. Not all abandoned children are lucky enough to make it to an orphanage or a foster family. Some end up in the hands of traffickers.
Here you are in the middle of a jungle. When you're a kid alone in the streets of New Delhi at 1 in the morning, that kid lives in a jungle.
To understand why parents abandon their children, we travel to Rajasthan, a state with one of the highest number of such cases. Bhagirath, who makes a living as a beggar, is a father of 2 children. One walks next to him, the other lives in an orphanage.
Ganesha's mother used to beat him when she was drunk. She used to treat him as if he was not her child, and in this situation, how could I take care of my children? That's why I had to put my son here. I feel very bad, I feel guilty.
In this orphanage, 4-year-old Ganesh is one of the few boys.
The first reason for abandonment is the baby's gender. It's not socially acceptable that the first child is a girl. The second reason is when the mum herself is a child or a rape victim. Society has this kind of mentality. If you have a baby boy, he'll take the dynasty further. But if it's a girl, she has to go to someone's home after getting married. And a wedding is expensive.
So, they are abandoned by despairing parents in garbage cans or on the roadside or on the temple staircase. To save these young lives, authorities and NGOs have set up street cradles in Rajasthan where unwanted children can be left anonymously.
The baby can be left here in this cradle. See, there's a mattress big enough for a child. There's an alarm system connected to a scale. Anything weighing more than 700 grams will activate the speakers, and I'll receive a message on my phone.
In Rajasthan, this policy was first introduced 3 decades ago. The first street cradle helped rescue 1,800 babies, girls for the most part. This little girl was only 3 hours old when she was dropped off. Her only fault was that she was born a girl. Just like Indu, who was abandoned 18 years ago.
Everybody says they want to make their parents proud, but I want to become a successful singer and want to make the people that welcomed me here proud. I want the people who abandoned me to realize how big of a mistake they made. I want them to feel guilty.
An orphanage may be an obvious solution, but the SOS Children's Village in New Delhi is changing the game by recreating a family. Each of these 15 residences house 10 children and a surrogate mom like Manju.
I've seen lots of kids who did not have mothers, who were trying to survive a critical situation without any resources. That's why I decided to become an SOS mom. I'm angry at those parents who abandoned their children. Parents should sacrifice themselves for their kids. They're as precious as gold and silver. For the moment, there are about 10 kids calling me mom, and I don't know how many in the future will.
My mum is everything to me because she cooks, she washes our clothes. She gives us what no one else has ever given to us.
There are 32 SOS villages across India, a safe haven for thousands of kids who were lucky enough to get a second chance. Still, nearly 11 million abandoned children continue to survive on the streets.
Special report there on the life of that little girl from our team in India.